Krishna everyone. Hope you had a lovely day. Welcome to Soma Vedic Astrology channel. Today we will discuss about the placement 12th lord in the 4th house. What do you mean by the lord of the house in Vedic astrology? Now each planet has got a responsibility of handling either one or two houses. So this planets become the lord of those houses. Now look at this table to see which planet is the lord of which zodiac sign. So if you see this table, Mars is the lord of two zodiac signs, which is Aries and Scorpio. Venus is the lord of two zodiac signs, Taurus and Libra. So in this way, each of the planet has gotten a department to handle either one or two zodiac signs. Now let us try to understand that with an example. Now for example, if in your chart third lord is in the fourth house, so how you conclude whether third lord is in fourth house? So if you see, this is the first house where 12 is written, this is the second house where 1 is written, and this is the third house where 2 is written. Now what is 2? If we have a look at the table, then 2 is nothing but the Taurus zodiac sign. And who is the lord of Taurus zodiac sign? It is Venus. Okay, so what you will say then, lord of the third house is Venus. Okay, because it is the lord of the Taurus zodiac sign. And but where is Venus placed? Now Venus is placed in the fourth house of the birth chart. So this is how you will conclude that third lord is in the fourth house. So today we will check the placement 12th lord in the 4th house, but before that I have already made detailed videos on what all things can we see from the 4th house as well as from the 12th house. Please go and check that out before proceeding with this video. Also, a small disclaimer. Please note that this is a general prediction depending only on the placement of a lord in a specific house. Accurate results will only come after considering the zodiac sign, planets, dignity of the planets, retrogression, combustion, aspects, nakshatra, ascendant, shadbal, conjunction, and your running time period, which is Mahadasha, Antardasha, etc. Now, 12th Lord is going 5 places away and sitting in the 4th house. 5 places away always shows some form of association of luck and fortune when it comes to this placement. So even if 12th lord is a dusthana, because it is going 5 places away, it shows that there will be a silver lining even in the toughest situations. Maybe there is a phase of loss that you are going through, but something or the other better will come out of even the negative situations. 5 places away also shows creative endeavors, artistic things that one can do. So one can do all kind of artistic activities sitting at one's own home, because fourth house is the house which shows one's own home, and 12th lord is also the natural lord of the Pisces zodiac sign, which also shows the ultimate form of art and creativity. Now, fourth house is a Kendra house. So, the Kendra houses are the foremost basic pillars of any chart. House number 1, 4, 7, and 10 are called as the Kendra houses, which shows yourself, your home, your spouse, and your career respectively. So, when the Kendra house of your home is getting connected to a Dusthana house, so here the specific Dusthana house is the 12th house. Tushtana house is not so pleasant house because it represents certain negative situations in a person's life which no person wants to experience in their lifetime. When we talk specifically about the 12th house, it shows negative elements such as dealing with losses, dealing with addiction, living in an isolated environment which can hamper a person's mental health, hospitalization, jail time. So all of these situations which no one wants to experience in their lifetime is what is associated with the dusthana of the 12th house. So when the kendra house and this dusthana house is getting linked to each other, you might have to encounter struggles and challenges to achieve happiness in life. Dusthana is a lord will try to put certain challenges, roadblocks, and struggles for you to achieve the matters of the fourth house. But again, because it is going five places away, there could be a invisible kind of a help or a divine help which you might get, which can accelerate or kind of help you to overcome those struggles and obstacles in your life. Now, both the houses, fourth house as well as the 12th house, are part of the Moksha Trikon. So, Moksha Trikon are those houses which deals with detachment from the materialistic world, entering the spiritual path, liberation, all of the, how slowly a person gets detached from the materialistic pleasure does not mean that a person gives up the materialistic life in the entire sense, but a kind of mental detachment that a person gets. So these kinds of things we can see from the moksha houses. So when these two houses are getting linked to each other, you might develop a deep interest in the spiritual matters, if not in the early phases of your life, but after, when you experience certain negative situations, when it comes to this combination, is when after which you will have the deep interest in the spiritual matters, finding happiness and peace of mind from the spirituality, yoga, meditation, charity work. This might not happen in the beginning for every person. It might be a journey. Okay, maybe you would have the conventional definition of happiness in the earlier phases of life, wherein you might try to find happiness from the materialistic situations. But as and when you will grow in life, is when you will understand what true happiness is, and you will try to derive that from the spiritual endeavors. Now, 12th house is the house which shows isolated places, and fourth house is the house of your home. So, either your home is in some isolated area, or you might feel isolated or a mental detachment while living in your own home. 12th lord shows spirituality. It is part of the moksha trikon, and fourth house is also part of moksha trikon, and fourth house represents your mother. So either your mother might be very spiritual in nature, or there might be a absence of mother or a maternal figure in your life. It might not be literal absence, but also let's say, various situations which might not give you much time with your mother in your childhood. Say your mother might go to work, or you are living at a different location from that of your mother. So certain situations which might give a certain absence of a maternal figure in your life, because 12th lord is also the house of losses, distance, okay, separation. Now, 12th lord is a lord of foreign lands, and fourth house is the house of your home. So you might have a, this is a good placement to have a home or a property in the foreign lands. It is also a good position for foreign settlement. But again, this will happen, we have to see the entire chart in detail, and when this dasha period gets activated is when this results will be seen the most. Depending on how your chart is placed, this same placement can also show someone doing huge expenses on property, or it can also lead to loss of some ancestral property. Now we have to see the entire chart and the situations in one's chart to see how this same combination is getting played. Now 12th lord is a lord of isolated places, and 4th house is a house which shows private settings, home. Okay, what happens between the four walls, your primary education. So this position can give you education either in a very private setting, or a homeschooling situation, boarding school, or schooling in gurukuls, ashrams. Okay, unconventional way of education. Or you might get educated in a foreign place, learning foreign languages. Now 12th lord shows bed pleasures and sleep, and 4th house is a house of happiness and comforts. Now depending on what the 12th lord is, whether it is associated with rahu or not, you might find happiness in bed pleasures. Okay, but we have to see the entire chart to finalize anything. You might like to sleep for long hours, might be lazy. Now 12th lord shows hospital and accidental situations, and 4th house is a house of your mother. So if it is badly placed, afflicted, there is a possibility of health issues to mother, or hospital stays in mother when this dasha period gets activated. 12th lord is a lord of expenses, and 4th house is a house of happiness. So you might have an excessive spending habit, or you might try to associate getting luxury items with happiness, at least in the initial phases of your life. You might try to find happiness, peace of mind, by doing expenses on buying luxury houses, or spending on home decor, vehicles, buying luxury vehicles, car upgrades, etc. Now 12th lord is the lord of jails and hospitals, and 4th house is a house of home and bondages. So there is a possibility of long isolated stays without interaction with public, face to face, or bondages in jail or hospitals if it is badly placed. Now 12th lord is a lord of hidden fears, and 4th house is a house which shows you peace of mind. So if this is afflicted, the peace of mind gets disturbed because of your hidden fears and anxiety. So you have to try to overcome your hidden fears, anxiety, by doing meditation, because 12th lord is also the lord of meditation. So trying to control your breath, doing meditative practices is the solution to get the required peace of mind. 12th lord is a lord of accidents, and 4th house is a house of vehicles. So if it is badly placed, afflicted, there is a possibility of vehicular accident. So if you are trying or planning to buy a vehicle, it is better to do the entire chart reading with any of your known astrologer, whether it is suitable for you to buy a vehicle or not. There is also possibility that lot of expenses you might have to put on your vehicle, because the 12th lot of expenses sitting in the 4th house of vehicle. 12th lord is a lord of privacy and secrecy, and 4th house is a house of family and home. So with this placement, one might keep one's family or family background or home as a secret. Maybe you are someone who does not want to share, or are not comfortable to share your family background, or where your family lives, or your home situation with the rest of the world. 12th lord shows dreams, and 4th house is a house of peace of mind and happiness. So if one is not able to achieve one's dream, then it severely affects one's peace of mind. So you have linked success and achieving your dream home, achieving your dream situation, dream lifestyle, with your happiness and peace of mind. So the entire what you say, the phase or the journey of this dasha period or of this placement is for you to learn and get detached from this mindset, that if you are not able to achieve your dreams lifestyle, then you will not be happy. The entire thing of this placement is to for you to get detached from this idea. Now, 12th Lord shows Tushtana house, and 4th house is a house of material comforts and luxury. So, here you might have to face challenges to acquire the required material comforts and luxury. It is not going to be an easy journey. 12th Lord is a Lord which shows foreign elements, and 4th house is a house of your own home, your native land, right? So, with this placement, one might wish to design one's home inspired from the foreign elements. Like, for example, someone who is living in India but wants to do a French theme inspired home because this person went and saw France and they liked it. So in certain examples like this, where you want to incorporate the foreign themes in one's home. Now, 12th Lord is a Lord of sleep, and 4th house is a house which shows peace of mind. So, here one's peace of mind is directly getting linked to sleep. So, getting good sleep daily, sleeping on time, is going to prove beneficial. But again, if it is afflicted, this is the same thing which you might struggle with on a day to day basis. Now, 12th Lord is a natural house of the Pisces zodiac sign, and 4th house is a house of your home. So, this position can also give an unconventional conditions when it comes to your living situation. Okay, depending on the entire chart, it could mean living in a motor home or living in both. So there are people who live on boat and rent out their residential units. Okay, and this is how certain people have living conditions, or living in a ghost house or a supernatural paranormal kind of element in the house. So which is why, if 12th Lord is sitting in the 4th house, it is very important for you to do a proper chart reading before buying that residential unit. Do it, check the chart and then go forward with your decisions. One might also have certain conditions like living in an ashram or gurukul, refugee camp, foster homes, homeless shelters, or rental homes. So this is a placement where, even if first of all, depending on charts, in certain charts this placement will give a lot of struggle to buy your own home. Okay, this is one situation. In certain situations, if someone with this placement already is able to buy their own home, then the situation will work out in such a way that you will not be able to live in your own home. Either you will have to move to certain different location for work, or you might live in a boat and rent out that unit. Certain elements will play out which might force you to not live in your own home. Okay, so in certain situations, so that is why with this placement, rental living on the rental home can prove beneficial. Now, 12th Lord is a Lord of foreign lands, and 4th house is a house of formal primary education. So, native might shift to foreign lands to pursue education. Now, 12th Lord is also the Lord of losses and sitting in the 4th house of your home. So, in certain situations, it is also possible that you succeed to buy that home, but then certain situations happen due to which you will have to sell that home. So because 12th Lord is a Lord of Pisces zodiac sign, which shows loss, so it also shows investment. So someone who is buying an investment property for a better appreciation and then eventually selling that rental unit. Now, 12th Lord is a Lord of spirituality and charity, and 4th house is a house of home. So, performing religious rituals at your own home proves to be beneficial. Now, 12th Lord is a Lord of the spirituality, isolation, okay, which is seeing the 7th house, which is giving the 7th aspect on the 10th house of career and public reputation. So, you might, especially when this Dasha period gets activated, you might have a career which demands you to work in an isolated environment. There is a possibility of career in the foreign lands or in the foreign companies. There is a possibility of facing a downfall in one's career, at least in one's lifetime. So you, when a person already knows it, it is better to prepare for it well in advance. Possibility of loss of work, okay, due to hidden enemies is possible. Possibility of, let's say, working in let's say vehicular based companies, but a foreign vehicular based company is also possible, because fourth house shows vehicle, and 12th lord is coloring it to be a foreign vehicle based companies, okay. So this kind of things is possible. Doing spiritual seva, physical seva in ashrams will prove beneficial for your career. I will in future make separate videos with different type of planets as the 12th lord in the 4th house. If you have this placement in your chart, please do mention your experiences in the comment section. I hope you guys must have liked the video. Please do not forget to subscribe the channel. Also, please do let me know in the comment section below what more videos would you like to see. Thank you.